Water roared through what was once Elm Street, a muddy torrent swallowing lawns and mailboxes. The HOA president, Linda Harper, stood on her flooded porch, her designer flat sinking into the muck, yelling into a dead phone. Yeah, that's me watching from my hilltop porch, untouched by the chaos below. You're probably wondering how it got this bad. Let's go back to the start. I moved to Pine Hollow Estates, craving quiet after years of city noise. My property, tucked at the neighborhood's edge, was perfect. A creaky old house, dense woods, and a century-old dam at the back. Built by farmers with stone and timber, it wasn't some hulking concrete beast, just a low wall holding back a gentle pool, mossy and half-buried in tall grass. The last big flood was a decade ago, and even then, the dam held firm. It gave the land soul, a nod to folks who worked this valley long before HOAs and manicured lawns. For a while, life was good. I paid my dues, mowed my grass, and waved at joggers. Then Linda Harper took over the HOA, and everything shifted. She started with petty rules, matching shutters, identical mailboxes, newsletters whining about unsightly yards. I ignored it. Power makes people foolish. It's an old story. But when a neon yellow violation notice appeared on my door about the dam, I felt a spark of rage. Unapproved structure, it read, as if a dam older than the neighborhood itself needed their permission. I called Linda, expecting a mix-up. Her voice was syrupy but sharp. "Mr. Carter," she drawled, "that thing's a liability. An eyesore. It has to go." I explained it was grandfathered under township laws, backed by permits and surveys I'd dug up. She didn't care. "It's ugly," she snapped. "Remove it." That was just the beginning. Notices piled up: environmental hazard, drowning risk, aesthetic violation, all nonsense from people who'd never set foot on my land. Linda trotted out experts in khakis, snapping photos from afar, claiming the dam could collapse or breed snakes. One letter even warned of toddlers drowning, as if kids were trekking through briars to splash in a shallow puddle. I fought back. My lawyer, Emily, a no-nonsense veteran of HOA wars, filed objections. We showed up to hearings with 1920s easements, county records, and proof of the dam's historical status. But Linda's board was a machine, churning out new accusations, fake reports, and fines $500 a day for noncompliance. When I refused to pay, they slapped a lien on my house. They dragged me to court, citing a shiny new natural waterway standard they'd cooked up and backdated. Linda played the victim, teary-eyed in a tailored suit, ranting about kids' safety and home values. My evidence said decades-old documents. Township letters barely dented their deep pockets. The judge, swayed by their cash and clout, ruled I had 60 days to demolish the dam or let the HOA do it and bill me. I was gutted. Friends urged me to give in, but every time I pictured Linda's smug grin, I doubled down. That dam was more than stone, it was defiance against her petty empire. So I did nothing. Let them come, I thought. 2 weeks later, trucks and bulldozers roared onto my land. Linda, in pristine sneakers and a sun hat, directed the carnage like a warlord. They tore into the dam, stones crumbling, beams snapping. The earth groaned as the last of the pool spilled out. Linda clapped, crowing about Pine Hollow's victory. I said nothing, just walked back to my house, the dry creek bed glaring behind me. This wasn't over. The HOA threw a victory picnic with balloons and deli trays, Linda basking in her triumph. Newsletters crowed about removing the hazard, and she nabbed an award for beautification. I let them gloat, tending my garden, letting wildflowers creep toward the road. Fall brought heavy rains, and the creek, now unchecked, started to swell. Water pooled in yards, but Linda posted on the HOA's Facebook, "Drainage upgrades are working. No worries." Winter buried the issue under snow, and Pine Hollow partied with cocoa and inflatable Santas. Then spring hit like a fist. Snowmelt and pounding rain turned the creek into a beast. With no dam to slow it, water tore through the neighborhood, flooding basements, toppling fences, and swallowing streets. Linda's house, perched near the creek, took a beating. Her basement became a swamp, her precious furniture floating like wreckage. The HOA office fared worse, sewage bursting through pipes, ruining their trophies and files. Roads became rivers, stranding ambulances. News vans swarmed, beaming images of Pine Hollow drowning under headlines like, "Was this flood preventable?" At a chaotic town hall, Linda tried to pin it on me, claiming my unauthorized land changes caused the mess. But the crowd wasn't buying it. Residents waved invoices and emails proving the HOA ordered the demolition. A mother screamed about her flooded nursery, An old-timer, Mr. Larson, announced a class action for negligence. The room erupted. Linda fled as petitions for her ouster spread. Lawsuits piled up, draining the HOA's funds. Investigations uncovered her lies, faked reports, rigged votes, doctored inspections. The DA charged her with fraud and endangering public safety. In court, she crumbled, sentenced to 5 years in prison, her orange jumpsuit a far cry from her designer suits. The HOA collapsed. Residents dissolved it, tore down its signs, and painted their houses whatever colors they wanted. Kids played freely, gardens bloomed wild. At a town meeting, I proposed a new dam not for me, but for the lesson we'd paid for in mud and ruin. The community built it together, a modern structure with the soul of the old one. We added a plaque, in memory of common sense, never to be demolished again. Now, I sit on my porch, coffee in hand, watching the creek come against the new dam. The neighborhood's quieter, wiser. Linda's in prison, running a book club, still scheming. The HOA's final job, a lawsuit blaming me for the flood, crashed in court. My evidence, from old permits to Linda's own gloating videos, buried them. The jury awarded me damages so high the clerk gasped. The land won, and so did I. But at what cost? Pine Hollow scars remain, a warning. Mess with nature, and it'll mess back hard.